What is going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV Daily Rewind, episode 18. This is where we go back a week and put all of the tech news videos that I did in the previous week into one single video to make your life super simple and super easy. And we had a great week of tech news. We had what was the phone of the year. You can find that out. You can find out the Galaxy Note 9 camera software update that's coming out that's going to improve it massively. Galaxy Note 9 shipping delays, Razer 2 phone information, all kinds of stuff, guys. So definitely check it out, and I hope you enjoy it. How is everyone doing? Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about Sirius XM and Pandora. Pandora, if you didn't know, is a music streaming service, and where you like pick a band you like and it'll play music by that band and music that sounds like the band as well. And then Sirius XM is a satellite radio company that plays music and talk shows and things like that. Well, it looks like Sirius XM has officially acquired Pandora for $3.5 billion in an all-stock deal. Now, both companies will continually operate separately, but other than that, looks like they'll do a little bit of cross-pollination where eventually, Pandora might offer some kind of package where you can listen to satellite radio. Satellite radio might offer something where you can listen to Pandora. They'll do ads on each other's networks, things like that. But yeah, this deal should close Q1 of 2019. But again, both companies should operate separately. And our last story of the day is about the Galaxy Note 9 from Consumer Reports, which is a big publication out here in America, and they've crowned the Galaxy Note 9 the phone of the year. You can see the headline: Samsung Galaxy Note 9 tops CR's, which is Consumer Reports, smartphone ratings. Long battery life, durability, and great cameras help make this phablet number one. And that's even number one over the new iPhones as well. So if you're worried that this might not be going against the iPhone, it actually does. So one of the cool things about this is that it has gone, they say durability because what they do is they end up putting this phone they drop it from a height of 2.5 feet into a tumbling machine, and the Note 9 reportedly survived all 100 test drops without any damage to the glass. And it does seem pretty durable. I've dropped this a bunch of times in my bedroom from the bed, and it's trickled its way down to the floor. I have carpet on the floor, but still, it's hit the bed and stuff like that, and no cracks, no scratches. So very impressed with the durability of this phone. Also, they said during their testing, Galaxy Note 9 battery lasted a whopping 29 hours. Let's get into the news. Now, we only have one story today. It was actually very slow tech day. I could have talked about Verizon having a big outage. I could have talked about the Instagram founders leaving Facebook, but didn't really seem that interesting, so I decided not to talk about it. The only story that I found was posted on Forbes.com. Forbes posted an article about the Galaxy Note 9 and people having issues with the navigational buttons at the bottom, the back button, the home button, and the recent apps button, to the point where people need to multi-press those tons of times in order to get anything to move on the screen. I personally do not have that issue where if I hit the home button or the recent apps button or whatever it may be, I don't have any issues like that where the back, like I said, everything works fine for me. I haven't heard any of you guys complain about that kind of stuff at all either. So I'm not sure where they're getting that, but they said in the article that Samsung has confirmed the issue, saying that they're gonna fix it with a software update. But again, I don't have that issue, and I haven't heard any of you guys have that issue with the navigational buttons at the bottom of your Galaxy Note 9. So I'm gonna throw it back to you guys. Do you have any issues where you have to press your home button, your back button, your recent apps button, any of those buttons down there multiple times in order to get any kind of action on the screen, have it be to go back a step or to go home or to load up another screen? Like I said, I don't have any of those issues. I haven't really had too many issues with the Galaxy Note 9. I had an issue where some apps, I'd open them up and they would auto close consistently, and I'd have to either delete it or completely wipe the data on it and then reload the app, but I don't have that issue anymore. So bug-wise, it's been pretty good on the Galaxy Note 9, and plus I've gotten a few two updates since I've had that issue where apps would close, so I haven't had that issue since. But anyways, let's get into the news. The first story of the day is we have our first official photo of the Pixel Stand. If you don't remember what the Pixel Stand is, it is a wireless charger for the Pixel phone that's coming up, the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL, and it should also show some smart things on the display while it's in this dock. Now we only have one photo of this, and it's showing the bottom, which has an orange part to the bottom, which is similar to what you get with the Google Home Minis, and then it looks like USB Type-C plugging directly into the charger. Also at the bottom of the charger, it shows 9 volts, 2 amps, which should be fast charging, at least maybe even faster charging than what you get on some other devices that are wirelessly fast charging. And then you can see the part where you'd put the phone, which is kind of angling back. Now, we don't have any prices or official release dates, but I would assume that they're going to announce this when they announce the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL in October. Next up, Evan Blass has leaked out photos of the AT&T variant of the LG V40. And this phone will be a flagship phone from LG, and you can see on the back 3 cameras, which is seeming like a new thing for all phones coming up at the end of this year, and then also next year. It looks like a lot of phones will end up having 3 cameras on the back. You also have the fingerprint right underneath that, the V40 ThinQ logo, and then the LG logo on the bottom of that. And on the front, you see a big display. This phone will be unveiled on October 3rd. And lastly, if you didn't know, Android 9.0, also known as Android Pie, has officially been on the Galaxy S9, S9 Plus, at least a variant of it, not officially out to the masses, but in beta right now. And it looks like they have ripped out the launcher and also the internet browser from there. So you can try those right now. So some of the new things on the launcher, which is going to be called Samsung Experience 10, is you get an updated launcher, obviously, and you get slightly larger icons in both the app drawer and folders. A new animation plays when Bixby Home is launched, and the home screen settings design language is similar to that of the Samsung Experience 10 skin. Now, I'll put the link down below if you want to try this. Try this at your own risk. I was reading the article. Sam Mobile has it up for download and install if you want. They usually only host files that are signed by Samsung. This one is signed by a third party. So again, if you want to do it, just be careful. I was going to do it, but I'm going to hold off since the Galaxy Note 9 is my official phone, and I probably won't end up doing this to my phone. So let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about the Galaxy Note 9 coming out in silver and black in America. It is official, but there is some buts in there. So let's talk about the buts for the black and the silver phones coming out here in America. As you probably know, the black Galaxy Note 9 is a color that most people wanted right off the bat, and unfortunately, we're not given the option. So the color is going to be officially called Midnight Black. It's going to be available at Best Buy and Samsung, it looks like, only. That is your first butt. Next butt is on October 12th, it'll be available at those stores, and it's only going to be 128 gigabytes at that point. October 12th, 128 gigabytes, Best Buy and Samsung. And then on October 26th, the 512 gigabyte version will be available at Best Buy and Samsung. So this is obviously going to be bad for people that don't like to buy their phone outright, or they want a carrier version of the phone, because it looks like you probably won't be able to get the carrier version of the phone, and the only way you'll be able to finance it is through Best Buy or Samsung if you go that route. So that's kind of a big but. Otherwise, the Cloud Silver model can also be purchased through retailers, but on October 5th, and Best Buy is going to offer a free 32-inch Samsung TV with the purchase of an unlocked or carrier Note 9, as well as if you buy an S9 or S9 Plus with activation. So free TV with the purchase of a Galaxy Note 9, S9, or S9 Plus through Best Buy. So a little bit of a disappointment. I think most people were hoping to get the Galaxy Note 9 basically at their carrier. I think most people, I'd probably say 90% of the people that actually buy the phone buy it through their carrier rather than buying it through Best Buy or Samsung. It looks like you're gonna end up having to get probably the unlocked version if you buy it through one of those locations. Our last story of the day is a Pixel 3 marketing video has leaked out. And looking at the video, not a lot has changed on the phone software-wise. Don't be too surprised by what you see in the video. It looks like one of the major things being redesigned on the phone is the camera app. It looks like the first thing, when you take a photo of a business card, it ends up importing that information into your phone. Also, you have, like I said, new versions of the camera allow you to switch between portrait, camera, video, and then some more things as well with a sliding motion. Also screenshots, you can press and hold, it looks like the power button, and take a screenshot that way. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about the Red phone. If you don't know what the Red phone is, Red is mostly known as a camera manufacturer that makes like cinema quality style cameras for relatively cheap, if you compare it to their competitors. And they're coming out with a phone. The phone's been delayed multiple times, and it looks like they had to put a forum post saying the following: anyone who pre-ordered this phone is not receiving one next month, but we feel the Red way of making it up to you is quite solid. And what he goes on to say is that Red will compensate them with an aluminum model of the hydrogen one. And then when their phone is ready, they'll get a free titanium model. And the titanium model, when they pre-ordered it, is $1,600. The aluminum model is $1,200. Now keep in mind, this phone does still only have a Snapdragon 835, but it's supposed to be really known for its camera. So if you're a big camera aficionado, hopefully you'll want to see this phone come out sooner than later, but it looks like it's delayed again. But if you pre-ordered it, you're gonna get another phone for free, if that's any compensation to you. Next up, OnePlus 6T, which is rumored to be launched on October 17th, which is only about 2-3 weeks away at this point. Put out a little teaser with a coming soon here. Unlock the future, OnePlus 6T. And if you're keeping score at home with the OnePlus 6T, should have a Snapdragon 845, 8 gigs of RAM, and then plenty of storage to definitely go along with this phone, along with a really cool design, kind of like the teardrop design. So you won't have that big notch at the top, you just have a little teardrop showing the camera on the front. And our last story of the day is definitely going to make a lot of Note 9 people happy. There is a new camera update that is making its way out to Galaxy Note 9 owners across the world. America doesn't have it just yet. Germany has it first, and you get the following with this update. Camera picture quality has been improved. Brightness of faces in backlit conditions has been improved. Day-night HDR control accuracy has been improved. Low light brightness and signal noise ratio has been improved. And you can see the update's about 302 megs. And hopefully we will get it very, very soon. But this is a great update. I really, really like the camera on the Galaxy Note 9. The one thing that really bugs me is really if it's not, completely sunny, bright out, and you're in, just a pretty okay lit room, and you're taking a picture of a subject, preferably probably my son more than anything this happens with. I'll take a picture of him, and if he moves ever so slightly, it just blurs. It's like, I don't have that problem with my Pixel 2 XL, or I didn't have that issue with my Pixel 2 XL. So I really hope this update fixes that. If it does, it's a game changer, big time. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about the Google Chromecast. A Reddit user went into his local Best Buy and purchased a Google Chromecast. When he got to the register, he realized that it wasn't ringing up, or they realized too it wasn't ringing up. They ended up selling it to him for the same price that the Chromecast is out for now, which is $35. It said that one shouldn't be on sale until October 9th, which is also the same day as Google's announcement for the Pixel phone. Now, this is probably, most definitely, the new Chromecast that will be coming out that has Bluetooth built right into it, and it's activated as well. When he got home and he tried to activate it, it would not activate. So he's got to wait for an app update on his phone in order to get that new Google Chromecast up and running. As for differences between the old Chromecast and the new one is matte and also has a G logo on that. Beyond that is not really much difference, but if you wanted to try to see if you can get the newest Chromecast, check out your local Best Buy and see if they have it there. And our last story of the day is about the Razer phone. The Razer phone, if you didn't know, last year has 120 hertz display, meaning the display is ultra smooth. Big speakers, it's a really big phone overall. It didn't have wireless charging, it didn't have any waterproofing. It had a Snapdragon 835. Well, it looks like the renders for this year's version of the phone are very similar looking to last year's edition. Now you will be getting a larger display on the Razer phone 2. Also, you should still be getting the 120 hertz refresh rate, dual front stereo speakers, which I heard sounded amazing, and that's pretty much it. So if you're a fan of last year's Razer phone, you'll probably be a fan of this year's phone. I'm just hoping, I know one of the bad things last year with it was that the brightness on the display was very low. I think it was like 300 nits or something like that, something really low. So I'm hoping they improved that this year. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day comes from OnePlus, and it's a OnePlus 6T teaser again. In this tweet, it says a key innovation lies just beneath the surface. Prepare for the OnePlus 6T. Now, I think we know exactly what they're talking about. Obviously, they're talking about the fingerprint sensor underneath the display, which is going to be a big thing, I think, in a lot of flagship phones. Not only right now that are coming out, especially the OnePlus 6T, but phones definitely by 2019. You're probably looking at, obviously, the OnePlus 6T, then you're looking at the new Galaxy S10 phones, and then whoever knows whatever other devices are going to have it by 2019 as well. But it should be a big feature, very popular in 2019, but we're lucky enough to try it in the 2018 version of the OnePlus 6T, which will be announced in only a couple of weeks. And the last story of the day about the Galaxy Note 9 shipping times. There's not a lot of news stories today, so what I did is I went on to Samsung.com and I picked the blue variant, 512 gigabytes, because I think that's going to be the most popular variant right now that most people will buy. I checked the unlocked shipping dates. I checked T-Mobile's, AT&T's, and Verizon's. Didn't check Sprint's, but it's probably basically around the same shipping date. So let's talk about those. First off, let's talk about the unlocked version. Now, on all these phones, you get a free watch. I chose the Gear S3 Frontier, which is a great watch. You also get a free fast wireless charger. I wish we had these gifts when I bought my Galaxy Note 9. You also get a $100 Fortnite game bundle, and you can see the 512 gigabyte unlocked version is shipping within 7 to 10 days. So this one's actually the furthest out. So if you're gonna get the unlocked version, prepare to wait just slightly longer than the carrier versions. Next up, we have AT&T. With AT&T, it looks like it's gonna ship October 2nd, so not that long. It's basically, Tuesday that your phone would ship, so that's not that long of a wait. Next up, we have T-Mobile. T-Mobile also October 2nd. And then lastly, we have Verizon. Verizon's gonna ship the week of October 7th. So a little bit longer wait, but again, not too bad. So there you guys go. If you're still waiting for your Galaxy Note 9, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, tell me one thing you love about your Galaxy Note 9. What's something you really love about it? For me, speakers are amazing. I love the speakers. Really nice speakers. Thanks for watching. See you guys down the road. Peace!